Good morning. It is Thursday, November 15th, 2018, 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Beautiful looking Thursday morning. It's time to begin AM Ocala Live. That's what you're tuned to, and we are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, where you can take a break and look at the beautiful Christmas tree that's been set up here outside the food court doors here. Sort of, kind of. Thank you, Robin. Good morning, Robin. How you doing over there?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Let's look at the weather. It's not as cool as we thought it was going to be, was it? Let's see. 61 degrees right now. Looks like temperatures tonight will drop to 39 degrees. I guess we'll find out if it's true when we get there. Tomorrow, highs around 63. So it's not going to get much warmer than it is right now, today or tomorrow. And then lows Friday night around 40. Saturday, the day for a few different things. There's the hot cars and cool cats to help out ears. So I want to make sure you know about that. We'll tell you about that later on. But also there's Light Up Ocala on Saturday. And it should be cool, not cold, cool for both days. 72 is the expected high on Saturday. Not bad. 48 the expected low. So... the amateur weatherman has done his job, Robin.
I know. You do an excellent job. Good stuff. Yay.
Not bad for an amateur, huh?
No, you're doing really well.
Not bad. Let's see. 7:35. After we are done with this and the news at the bottom of the hour, we have what do I want to tell you? News. More news, but we're going to talk about it and debate it and maybe even have some things that are really not news or newsworthy. We just have fun during that 25-minute slot, and I love that slot. Galen Unold will be on at 8:05. Galen is from Life South Community Blood Centers, and the subject I have is a little bit uncomfortable. I don't want to be spoiling the fun for anybody.
Oh, okay. Well, don't tell us then.
No. I have to tell you because, put it this way. You know Chris Kringle?
Yes, I do.
We'll just use that name.
I think he's wonderful.
Well, yes, he's a great guy. And there was a point in your life when you realized, and you figured out the real truth about that guy. See? And I'm thinking that if we have children listening at that time, maybe you should turn off the radio. Because I don't want to spoil anything, but I have some funny stories of how people discovered the truth about Chris Kringle.
Nice.
Some funny stories how people discovered the truth about Chris Kringle.
He's got a daughter named Christine, you know.
He does, yes.
Christine
and she
Kringle.
Always wanted to be the homecoming queen of North Pole High.
That's right.
That's what I heard. Let's see. So we'll do that with Galen. And I know some of you are driving to school with the children in the car. And it's not dirty. It's not naughty in any way. It's just It's just the truth about Chris Kringle. You know. I don't.
Nice.
News Bites at 8:35. That's where we stop trying to be silly or funny or entertaining. We just read the news the way we get it. 25 minutes of pure news. I was going to say unadulterated. It's a weird word, but it's a good word. But we sometimes giggle once in a while. It's kind of hard not to. Some of these stories. You do know, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a live show.
Yes.
Which means anything can happen. I could fall off my chair and you would hear it.
Paul Harvey did just that.
Paul Harvey did that, yes.
That was funny.
Today is Thursday, and it's not only Thursday, but it's the third Thursday of the month, and that means Veterans News is a full hour today. They have a special surprise for us today. Not sure what it is, but they'll be here to bring us that special surprise that'll take 1 hour to do.
That's right.
Lori Williams will be on the air with us from Bob Wines at 10:05 for about 10 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. Amy Briggs coming on at 10:20. Amy is with National Geographic. She's the executive editor of National Geographic History magazine. If you are a World War II buff, and if you are the lucky caller at the end of that interview, it's only a 10-minute interview.
Yes.
You're going to get this amazing National Geographic book. It's called The Atlas of World War II.
It's huge.
I don't know what it sells for. I'm guessing it's a $30 or $40 book. Let me see what it says on the inside.
But it's huge. It has a lot of maps in it. Oh, my gosh. It's really fabulous.
This is the book. It says $45 on the inside flap. So this is a big, beautiful book if you like the books about World War II. So that's what that is. So just get kind of a heads up on that one. Only problem is if it's only going to go to one of you. So.
Exactly. It's a beautiful book. Makes a good gift,
Good luck. Good luck to that one.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, you could do that too after you look at it. Antonello Punturieri is coming on at 10:35. Antonello He's going to talk about COPD.
Yep.
Learn more, breathe better. Okay, we'll find out what that's about. 10:50. Daniel Amaduri is the co-founder of the Future Money Trends newsletter, talking to us about money.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
It's important this time of year. It's the holidays.
Yeah, in May, it doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter in May, but it's just important.
That's right.
Christina Rodriguez, the Coors Light leader of the year. It's a beer thing. And then let's see, Mary Higgins Clark, the Queen of Suspense. This is a hugely popular author. She'll be on with us at 11:20. We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. It's now at least 56 deaths confirmed in a wildfire that broke out a week ago in Northern California, with 130 people considered missing. Many of those are elderly in the town of Magalia. CAL FIRE spokesman Steve Kaufman says they've counted
our total destroyed structures to date to 10,321.
Most of those are homes. Today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, when a machine recount of ballots in Florida is supposed to be finished.
A number of counties finished earlier this week. Broward County, which had been under scrutiny, completed the bulk of recounting late last night and plans to submit on time. Palm Beach County, plagued with breaking equipment and a slow pace, is hoping a court-ordered extension will allow them more time.
Fox's Evan Brown in Broward County, Florida. Races where a candidate's lead is 0.25% or less would then go to a statewide hand recount. This is Fox News.
It's a crisp fall morning. Time for your daily pumpkin soy latte. As you wait for your coffee, you get a buzz. No, it's not your boss wanting extra whipped cream, but your ADT video doorbell. It's a package. Your new latte machine. No more $5 PSLs. Barista service. Brought to you by ADT. Designing and installing a smart home just for you. Backed by best-in-class 24/7 protection. Learn more at ADT.com. ADT. Real protection. License information available at ADT.com.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com/score total visits.
I'm Jan Marino, and it's my great honor to represent Palm Garden as the winner of the Best of the Best contest for rehab 2 years running. Woohoo! It's not easy to meet the needs of our guests, learn their life stories, and exceed expectations, but that's our goal every single day with everyone that we are blessed to serve. Thank you, WOCA listeners. Please come for a visit anytime. Palm Garden is located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. Florida's election recount reaches a pivotal point today. Barring a dramatic last-minute court-mandated extension, Florida counties face a 3 p.m. deadline to wrap up their machine recounts. A 17-year-old student at Denellen High School has been arrested for sexual assault. A 7th person has been sentenced to 5 years in prison in a corruption scandal in Ocala. If all goes as planned, Floridians will get a chance to see their first daytime rocket launch in months. SpaceX is set to launch the S-HAL-2 communications satellite for Qatar aboard a Falcon 9 rocket at 3:46 this afternoon. A wildlife refuge in Florida has posted a graphic image of a bobcat walking around with a dead iguana in its mouth, showing off its kill for tourists. And Disney says their gondola system will be up and running by the fall of next year, and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be one of the largest enclosed coasters in the world, housed inside a massive building large enough to hold 4 spaceship Earths. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Thursday will be a cooler and less humid day as clouds give way to some sunshine. The highs in the upper 60s in the northwest part of the zone to 79 in the southeast part. Clear to partly cloudy, chilly Thursday night, lows in the mid to upper 30s in the coldest inland spots, upper 40s along the coast. A cool day for Friday despite sunshine, highs generally in the mid to upper 60s. Saturday, mostly sunny, a bit warmer, high 72 to 76. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
AC units in Florida take a beating, even in winter. To keep your AC in ace condition, call Ace AC of Ocala today. And for a limited time, you can save $30 on your Ace of a Deal maintenance plan. Visit aceairfl.com for details and save $30 off your regular low price using code WOCA30 or call 352-247-4087 to get your AC in ace condition with Ace AC of Ocala.
All right, thank you, Joe. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Really not a bad-looking day out there, and some cool temperatures, I guess, are moving in, but it's not going to be as cool as the Cool Cats at the Hot Cars and Cool Cats Fall Car Show.
Yeah.
How about that for a segue?
Yeah,
huh?
for
all right,
sure.
So before we get serious and talk about the news, which isn't really all that serious usually, there's a car show I want you to know about. It's Saturday, this coming Saturday. And the last couple of times we've gone, this has been huge. So many cars show up. And the cool thing about this is you can bring your car. There's no rules. You can bring the car you're driving right now and just have fun. I think it costs $10 to enter the show, and you could be in for a trophy. You could win a 50-50 raffle. There are vendors that will be on the property. Now, it's free for us to go as people who want to attend. Now, if I want to put my 2005 Buick Rendezvous into the show, I can for $10.
You can. You might get a prize. You can pop that hood of yours and prop it up like everybody else does.
Do you remember the Esso gasoline company?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember they used to sell a tiger tail?
Yes.
Because their slogan was "Put a tiger in your tank."
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Because you used to people used to hang the tiger tail out of their gas, where you put the gasoline, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it looked like there was a tiger in your tank, a tiger tail sticking there.
Uh-huh.
I'll go get one of them if I can find one somewhere.
Okay.
And put it there, and then I'll enter it, and I'll say, my car is entered not as a 2005 Buick Rendezvous, but as the only car with a tiger in its tank. and it's appropriate because of the theme, cool cats, right?
Exactly.
One of the cool cats is named Maximus. I have had the pleasure of meeting Maximus.
Yes.
I have met a few celebrities in my life, but I've never met a celebrity as powerful as Maximus.
No, he is the powerfulest.
But at the same time, gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful, but gentle. Sounds like a laundry detergent, right?
That's right.
Anyway, no, this is a beautiful tiger, and the tiger is the pet of David and Sue Nassavera. If you were listening yesterday, Sue was in the studio. She's an amazing lady. I don't know how she does what she does. She's one of those animal whisperers, can talk to animals, I think, and they listen to her. Anyway, so there's a car show. You get a chance to kind of take a tour of Sue and David's place, and well, not their home. They don't take you in a home, but they'll take you back to where Maximus, the tiger, is, who lives with them, by the way.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. He's got his own swimming pool.
And like I said, it's free. But this is a fundraiser for EARS, which is the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Mm-hmm. So because it's a fundraiser, well, then where does the money come from if it's free, right?
Yeah.
Simple. You eat.
That's right.
You go get a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Go get a soda. Get a barbecue sandwich.
Yeah.
Whatever they've got for sale. They're cooking up food and they're selling it. You could buy a raffle for the 50-50 drawing.
No tiger burgers, though.
Oh, gosh, Robin.
Just had to be clear.
There was a story this morning, though, about a bobcat in South Florida that is in the news because it caught one of those big iguanas that live down there.
Oh, yeah, I had heard your news.
And it's hanging from its mouth. He killed it, and he's gonna go eat it. And he stopped to look at some tourists, and they got a picture of him. And he's just standing there with the thing in his mouth like, hey, how you doing? I'm going to go eat now. I'll see you later.
Wow, what an opportunity for a photo.
And it's making everybody upset on Facebook. And it's like, come on, this is nature. What do you think happens in the wild?
Exactly.
And so, anyway,
exactly.
Yeah, but Maximus won't do that.
No.
Maximus does eat chicken, though, I heard, right?
Yeah, he loves chicken. Loves it.
So anyway, it's a fun event. These are the sweetest people you're ever going to meet. They truly have dedicated themselves to helping out these animals. And there's so many animals over there, over at EARS, not at the car show. You won't see them, but over at EARS. So anyway, it's 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's only $10 if you want to enter. It's nothing if you just want to show up, but I would encourage you to buy some food, enter that little raffle thing. Maybe it could be a big winner. You never know.
There's auctions, and you can also take a tour of Maximus because Maximus is there, and you can take that tour.
All right, let's look at the news here.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on some of these stories?
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Nice
Thoughts.
day, huh?
It is gorgeous out there, nice and brisk. It's a good hair day for any of you who want to know about that kind of thing.
NASA says it's a good day to launch a rocket, too.
Wow.
At 3:46 p.m., or somewhere within 2 hours after that, there is a rocket going up at the Kennedy Space Center. Mm-hmm. It's a Falcon 9 rocket. It's carrying a communications satellite for the nation of Qatar. Let's see. Conditions are a 60% go for the mission.
Okay.
The mission is called SHALE-2. SHALE, E-S''HALE.
Oh, okay.
But there are concerns about clouds. The commercial communications satellite built by the Mitsubishi Electric Company in Japan will serve the Middle East and North Africa region from a geostationary orbit. This will be the Space Coast's first daytime launch in the 6 months previous.
And what time is it?
3:46.
3:46 p.m.
Up till 5:46. There's a 2-hour window.
Oh, okay. Excellent. I wonder how they got their satellite over here. I mean, is it really big? Is it like a small thing?
They can get anywhere. They can get anything anywhere in this world.
Yeah, but if it's made in Japan, how can is it really, really big?
Well, if it is, they got it here.
Yeah.
The Titanic came, well, it sunk. But it was crossing the ocean at one time.
Yeah.
Almost made it.
Yeah.
Do you know the Titanic, the reenactment of not reenactment, but they rebuilt the Titanic. There's another boat built exactly to the specification. Thank you. Of the original Titanic. And they're going to take it on the original route. I can't remember if it's 2019 or 2020, but they're going to do it. And the original route would land, if it doesn't hit an iceberg, would land in New York, just south of Chelsea, the area. If you're familiar with Manhattan, I know you are. The west side of Manhattan Island, there's some piers over there, and the original Titanic was supposed to dock there, and the original sign for the liner, the company that owned the Titanic, I can't remember what it was called, but the original
Silver Star Line,
something like
White
that.
Line,
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So the original sign is still there, and it's really rusted over, and you really have to look closely. You can even see it on Google Earth if you do the Street View thing. And I'm wondering, because they're going to park the truck. What is it again? The boat.
The boat.
They're going to park.
Ship.
They're going to park the boat there in the same place that it was supposed to park originally. Of course, it never arrived there.
Yeah.
But what was the other one called? The boat that picked up all the survivors.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
And that one parked in the dock, I think, right next to it, or 2 down from it. But anyway, so I was wondering, are they going to repaint? Cartanius.
Yeah, that's it. I think.
So anyway, they're going to park it right in the same place, and I was just wondering if they're going to paint the sign again, make it look new.
I bet they are.
Right now, it looks old, and I always wondered why it was still there. Like, why didn't they ever take that down? I guess for memories or whatever.
Yeah, historical.
Each of Florida's counties are conducting a machine recount of votes in 3 races: governor, U.S. Senate, and agriculture commissioner. Initial unofficial tallies of those races found the margin between the top 2 candidates within 0.5 percentage point, which by law triggers a recount. The deadline for the recount is completed at 3 p.m. today.
Wow.
If the Senate race remains within 0.25%, not 0.25%, yeah, 0.25%, after today, the law triggers a hand recount of ballots that machines could not tally because of how they were filled out. Several lawsuits have been filed by campaigns, the most recent being Senator Bill Nelson's, to extend the recount of his reelection against Republican Governor Rick Scott. Our friend Jeb Bush is calling out on Nelson, saying, "Come on, concede already, would you?" Why? You wouldn't concede if it was you. Huh?
No, you don't want to quit.
All right, let me go to Vote Marion and see if they've got a new piece of news on here that I can share with you. Unofficial results. Let's see. The newest news is the canvass overseas ballots. Let's see what this says.
Okay.
Come on, how do I do this?
Wesley Wilcox and his guys and ladies do such a grand job. They are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, and I saw Judge McCune there, too, helping out, right?
Yeah, and he was in the paper, or his picture was in the paper with Wesley Wilcox the other day, looking very judge-ship.
Where's my news? Okay, where's the news from these guys? It's usually right here in the front.
Maybe they're updating.
The recount, that's what they want to know. Okay.
There we go.
Public notice of machine recount. I guess that's the newest one, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, the machine recount results. Oh, I did this one already. Public notice of the manual recount. Let's look at this one. Okay. This was printed, come on, Wesley, where's the date? November 6th, is that right? Notice is hereby given that if the Secretary of State orders a manual, okay, we already had that one.
Yeah, so nothing new right now.
I guess nothing new.
Except your news, so.
All right. Next article. A winter storm will bring a messy mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain to portions of the central and eastern United States over the next 2 days. Power outages, travel headaches, and school closings are all likely as the storm strengthens. It's my favorite part of the winter when I was a kid.
I know, mine too. It was great.
And when it snowed, when you woke up and looked out the window and you saw snow, the first thing you did was put on the radio.
Exactly.
The local radio station, Operation Snowflake.
Yeah.
That's what they called it. It's Operation Snowflake. And you never knew what district you were in because they gave it by districts. The following districts will be closed today.
Oh,
and they read all the districts. Is that, Mom, is that ours? Mom, is that ours? Mom, is that our district? Yep, that was yours. Okay, kids, you're off today. Yay!
That's great. That's great. Us too, only they named every school.
They named the schools.
Yeah, which was cool. Well, we were in a suburb,
So was I. Let's see. Over 80 million people live where some level of a winter storm alert is in effect, all the way from Arkansas to Maine, a distance of about 1,500 miles. Heavy snow today, anywhere from 4 to 8 inches, is likely for the interior portions of the northern, mid-Atlantic, and the Northeast. The bullseye for the heaviest snow today could be in St. Louis. 6 inches is possible in St. Louis.
Okay.
Here's the thing that they need to correct on these stories. It's the first 3 words. There's a mistake. You ready?
I'm ready.
A winter storm.
Okay.
This is not winter.
Not yet. Not till December or something.
Right. So,
yeah.
But they're calling it a winter storm. It is not winter.
Oh.
It is autumn. It's an autumn storm.
There you go.
But they're all saying this. They're all calling it a winter storm because there's snow in it. Winter doesn't start for another month and a week.
It's like December 21st or something like that, right?
Right. We're still a long way from wrapping up the autumn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see?
The autumn storm.
They need me to be their editor.
Yeah, see, they got summer wind. You might as well write a song about autumn storms. So there you go.
Quite a few. What's that song we play? The autumn. Autumn Leaves, right?
Autumn Leaves.
We play a song called Autumn Leaves.
Oh, yes, we do. I love that song. It sounds so beautiful when you play it on the accordion.
Let's see. Will Smith, Mark Anthony, and Bad Bunny.
Who is Bad Bunny? I got to look this up.
Will kick off the festivities at the 2018 Latin Grammy Awards today by performing their single Esta Rico for the first time.
Will Smith is now Latin.
The show will air live from Las Vegas at 8 p.m. tonight via the Univision network, where my favorite weather girl broadcasts from.
Yeah, you love her. All you guys love her.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, all you guys have your eyeballs glued to that screen
it's not that, Robin. She's really good at predicting weather.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, she's got a map, and she's got a pointer.
That's right. And wherever we are, wherever you guys are looking at that weather girl, it's like 100 degrees inside that room. So I can just see the sweat dripping off of you guys.
Well, that's because it's in the laundromat. It's hot because of the dryers. I don't know what you're getting at here. She's really good at predicting the weather. Yeah. I mean, really good. Yeah. I love Univision Weather Girl.
Yes, you do.
Anyway, Mark Anthony is a Latin Grammys legend, winning 7 awards over the course of his career, while Bad Bunny is nominated in the evening's Best Urban Song category for Sensualidad.
And Bad Bunny is a Latin performer? I
Yes,
just really have
yes.
a hard time believing with that name.
Well, he did the song Sensualidad with Prince Royce and J Balvin.
I see.
Speaking of J Balvin, the Colombian star leads the pack of nominees with 8 nominations, including his hits Mi Gente. Somebody who speaks Spanish, help me with that word.
Hit me gently. Hit me gently. What?
Is that it?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
And X and his album Vibras. Vibras.
Okay.
Ventura County Sheriff Sergeant Ron Helis, who is 54 years old, was the first officer to respond to the shooting at a Southern California bar on November 7th. He faced Ian David Long, the former Marine who shot down 11 people before killing himself. The memorial service for Helis is set for today. Helis, a 29-year veteran of the police department, was described as a hardworking, dedicated sheriff's sergeant who was committed to his job by Ventura County Sheriff Jeff Dean. Helis is survived by his wife Karen and their 24-year-old son Jordan. It's just a sad,
It's
sad
too
story.
sad.
We don't know them, we don't live near them, but say some prayers for them.
Loss of life, loss of life. Just come on, people, get along.
A student at Dunellen High School has been arrested for sexual assault.
There you go.
The arrest report states that the 17-year-old admitted to a Marion County Sheriff's deputy that he was guilty of the assault and said it happened at the high school during school hours. The report shows he also said he did not know why he assaulted the girl because he knew it was wrong.
That's right. Lock him up forever. Don't need him on the streets because he'll do it again. And a poor girl.
Let's see. I told you about the rocket going up. A wildlife refuge in Florida has posted a graphic image of a bobcat walking around with a dead iguana in its mouth, showing it off to tourists.
Look what I got.
The Arthur R. Marshall Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge near Boca Raton notes that the green iguana is not native to South Florida and is invasive, and therefore the cat did a good thing by eating one of them.
There you go. He'll be back for dessert.
However, people on social media thought it was wrong and cruel, and animals should not be eating other animals. What's wrong with them?
Well, they do.
When
What is the matter with them? They're not all vegetarians. Not even birds are vegetarians. They eat those bugs.
all the vegetarians in the world, the animal vegetarians, the herbivores, they all wish that all the animals were vegetarian.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
None of the meat eaters care.
No.
All the carnivores, they say, I'm going to get some of that.
Exactly. They got the teeth to prove it.
Of course, all the plants in the world, they're so happy with carnivores.
Yeah.
Disney shared updates on some upcoming projects that they're doing down in Disney World. I'll tell you about two of them. This information comes from the IAAPA. It's the theme park expo that's going on down in Orlando. So the two things that are noteworthy, I suppose, are the what do you call it again? The gondolas that'll be taking people across the parks from Epcot to Hollywood Studios. The gondolas, when I look at illustrations of them, remind me of the gondolas that used to be over at Six Gun Territory.
Okay. Yeah, those are really nice.
And then this one will be going farther, apparently, than Six Gun. Do you know how long that one was in Six Gun?
No, I do not. I do not know. But it got really high, and it was inspected every day.
I feel like Disney World used to have these.
They did.
Okay.
They did.
Yeah.
It was like in the Magic Kingdom from one side to the other. You could get on them and then just, go over to the other side.
The other thing is a roller coaster. It's an indoor roller coaster. It's called Star Wars Guardians of the Galaxy. Did I read that right? Well, it's Guardians of the Galaxy anyway. I don't know if Star Wars is part of that name. I thought I saw that somewhere. This will be one of the largest enclosed roller coasters in the world. The roller coaster will feature cars that are programmed to rotate while going along a track, pointing riders in the direction of elements along the track, helping to tell a story. Disney calls it a storytelling roller coaster. It'll be inside of a building, which is so big, it's large enough to hold 4 spaceship Earths.
Wow. Wow.
That's pretty big.
That is huge. Absolutely huge.
Pretty big.
Wow.
President Trump reportedly gave an enthusiastic thumbs up to criminal justice reform legislation that would loosen some mandatory minimum sentencing laws, a measure backed by Senate Republicans and Democrats and opposed by conservatives. Trump praised the First Step Act for including reasonable sentencing reforms while keeping dangerous and violent criminals off the streets, and added, "I'll be waiting with a pen," according to the Washington Post.
Good. We need tougher laws.
The president said, quote, "Today's announcement shows that true bipartisanship is possible. This is a big breakthrough for a lot of people. They've been talking about this for many, many years. The Fraternal Order of Police, the world's largest group of sworn law enforcement officials, endorsed the latest compromise, giving momentum to the bill. And the billionaire conservative Koch brothers have been ardent supporters of criminal justice reform." Who are the people that don't want it to go through? Doesn't really say. Let's see. The remains of 8 more victims were found yesterday in and around the Northern California town that's been overrun by flames this past week, raising the death toll to 56 in the wildfire disaster that ranks as the most lethal and destructive in the state's history.
That is so horrible. Prayers, and more prayers for everybody.
President Trump's administration is trying to fend off a legal challenge from CNN and other outlets over the revocation of journalist Jim Acosta's White House hard pass. Why not? Why not prevent him from coming in? He was just absolutely rude.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh.
Exactly. No, it's that's disgusting. There's no reason to be rude. You do your job. You don't act like a jerk.
He was rude to the president, but that's not why. He was rude to the young lady who was working probably as an intern. Just to take the microphone once he was done and bring it over to somebody else who wanted to talk.
Right.
So I don't understand that one. I know that a lot of people disagree with my thoughts on that, but
No. He was rude.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah. Good morning. Just in case people have forgotten what happened a few years ago, President Obama removed Helen Thomas's credentials when she went on an anti-Semitic rant during one of his press conferences.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is not the first time it's happened.
That's very good. I'm glad you remembered the name, Jim. I knew that it had happened, but the names didn't come to me. So
yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
And
have a good morning.
And Jim, you sound wonderful. You must be feeling a lot better.
I think he's gone.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, he did sound good.
He has been pretty ill lately, and now he's feeling better. Thank you, God.
Let's see. If the winner of the October 23rd $1.5 billion Mega Millions jackpot doesn't step forward in the next few months, every state that participated could get a piece of the pie. You mean she never showed up? Nobody ever showed up?
Well, what's the matter with that person?
Joe Patel, the manager of the KC Mart in Simpsonville, South Carolina, that sold the winning ticket, said it's a mystery. According to a CBS affiliate WLTX in South Carolina, the winning ticket was sold in Simpsonville, and the winner has 180 days to claim the prize. Time is up, April 21st. If the winner misses the deadline, each participating state in the Mega Millions game will get back all the money that state contributed to the unclaimed jackpot.
And then what happens to it?
I don't know. Each state uses its unclaimed lottery prizes for different purposes. Oh, really?
Well, what does Florida use theirs for?
Make the beaches pretty.
That's right.
Put some new umbrellas up.
Then all the employees go to Starbucks. We're partying today, taking a day off.
That's why I always say, if I win the lottery, I'm going to go get a pizza. That's what I always say.
Of course. And you knew a person that did just that, too.
That's why I always say that. Simply cutting calories is not the key to losing weight. Let me read that to you again.
Okay.
Simply cutting calories is not the key to losing weight. According to a new clinical trial, the secret to shedding pounds is, are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
Simply eating a low-carb, high-fat diet. How about that?
Wow.
That means, 1 piece of bread and 6 hot dogs.
Isn't that Atkins?
It's sort of like the Atkins, yeah.
Yeah.
Among 164 adults in a weight loss study, those placed on a low-carb, high-fat diet burned more daily calories versus those given high-carb meals. On average, their bodies used up 250 extra calories per day over 20 weeks. The carbs they ingested were strictly limited. The researchers estimated that over 3 years, that would translate into an additional 20 pounds weight loss for the average height man. And that's all the time we have. All right, we'll take a little break. Galen Unold is up next from Life South Community Blood Center. I want to talk to Galen about funny ways that people discovered that Kris Kringle wasn't who we were told it was. And for that reason, if you have any kids in the car, change the channel. We'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Teams with cadaver dogs are looking for more human remains in the ashes of a wildfire in Northern California. At least 56 people died, with some still unidentified. 130 people are considered missing. More than 8,600 homes are gone. This woman's living in a van.
I feel very fortunate to have a van. I look at other people, the car and kids. I feel like I'm driving around in a hotel.
A third death, meantime, has been confirmed in a wildfire in Southern California. Some members of British Prime Minister Theresa May's government have quit over her plan for withdrawing from the European Union.
May defending the proposal.
If we get behind a deal, we can bring our country back together and seize the opportunities that lie ahead.
But the opposition party...
The government, Mr. Speaker, is in chaos.
Calling the deal botched.
Fox's Simon Owen in London. The Brexit breakup is supposed to be complete by March 29th. This is Fox News.
It's a crisp fall morning. Time for your daily pumpkin soy latte. As you wait for your coffee, you get a buzz. No, it's not your boss wanting extra whipped cream, but your ADT video doorbell. It's a package. Your new latte machine. No more $5 PSLs. Barista service. Brought to you by ADT. Designing and installing a smart home just for you. Backed by best-in-class 24/7 protection. Learn more at ADT.com. ADT. Real protection. License information available at ADT.com.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com/score total visits.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. Florida's election recount reaches a pivotal point today. Barring a dramatic last-minute court-mandated extension, Florida counties face a 3 p.m. deadline to wrap up their machine recounts. A 17-year-old student at Denellen High School has been arrested for sexual assault. A 7th person has been sentenced to 5 years in prison in a corruption scandal in Ocala. If all goes as planned, Floridians will get a chance to see their first daytime rocket launch in months. SpaceX is set to launch the S-HAL-2 communications satellite for Qatar aboard a Falcon 9 rocket at 3:46 this afternoon. A wildlife refuge in Florida has posted a graphic image of a bobcat walking around with a dead iguana in its mouth, showing off its kill for tourists. And Disney says their gondola system will be up and running by the fall of next year, and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be one of the largest enclosed coasters in the world, housed inside a massive building large enough to hold 4 spaceship Earths. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Thursday will be a cooler and less humid day as clouds give way to some sunshine. The highs in the upper 60s in the northwest part of the zone to 79 in the southeast part. Clear to partly cloudy, chilly Thursday night. Lows in the mid to upper 30s in the coldest inland spots, upper 40s along the coast. A cool day for Friday despite sunshine. Highs generally in the mid to upper 60s. Saturday mostly sunny, a bit warmer, high 72 to 76. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The folks at Honey Baked Ham remind us that now is the time to make your holiday entertaining plans. The holidays are coming up fast. Reserve your ham, turkey now. What about all the parties and gatherings? Honey Baked Ham is the answer there, too. They cater for intimate meetings or large parties. Again, reserve now. Honey Baked Ham is located on Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy. Stop in or call 352-861-0011. Again, 861-0011. Honey Baked Ham, the world's best ham, turkey, roast beef, sides, desserts.
Join us at the 37th Annual Downtown Festival and Art Show, December 1st and 2nd in beautiful downtown Gainesville. Explore a stunning collection of artwork by 240 artists and marvel at world-class paintings, vivid photography, unique sculpture, dazzling jewelry, and so much more. Enjoy continuous entertainment on 4 stages all weekend, including a downtown blues concert on Friday night. Bring the kids for free art activities at the Children's Imagination Station. For more information, call 352-334-ARTS or visit GainesvilleDowntownArtFest.org.
Friends, countrymen, tourists, and Ocalans, lend me your ears. Hey, speaking of ears, there is an opportunity for you to help feed and provide good maintenance, housing, and medical care for Marion County's rescued big cats, bears, monkeys, and other disabled or unreleasable wild and exotic animals. Take a tour on Wednesdays or Saturdays of the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Call 352-266-2859. The Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary is affectionately known as EARS.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Really not a bad-looking day out there. It looks really nice out there.
It is gorgeous.
You live in a beautiful place. You may not realize it. If you become too complacent, that's a bad word. Take it for granted. You don't want to take it for granted.
Yeah, right.
Right? This is a beautiful place. It gets cool once in a while. I know we complain about some of the things with the weather, but hey, compared to other parts of the world, this is a really good place to live. Galen, knows that. He's lived here a long time. Just about his whole life, right?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Galen
He's a native.
Is from Life South Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Everything all right? Everybody was worried about you yesterday.
Oh, no, everything was good. Just had a meeting. And I was preparing for it. But it's been a great week. I think it's going to be a great month. And so, yeah, I'm happy to be alive.
Very optimistic.
Good.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Went to the Orlando Magic game last night with my son.
You went to one? Oh, how cool.
Yeah, well, he's not this is my youngest, and Tristan doesn't get excited about anything, right? I mean, he's 14, and he's never really been, let's go do that. He's not a rah-rah kind of he's pretty calm. That's the most excited I've ever seen him.
Is that right?
Anything other than Christmas.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
Every kid is. He was jacked up. So that was good. And then Tuesday my other son had a soccer game. Tonight my son has a soccer game. Friday we got a football game, and it's just been a great week. So.
Very good.
Wow, excellent.
I love that kind of stuff. So did you go as a family or just the two of you? Father and son?
No, just the two of us. Yeah, I mean, it's a middle of the week. My oldest son had football practice or soccer practice, and he's not a basketball guy. And and again, once in a while, you just got to spend some one-on-one time with your
Absolutely.
child. So,
how tall is Tristan?
Yeah, it was. He's almost 6'4".
Is that right? Wow. Yeah, I know they're both tall, aren't they?
Yeah, Caleb's right about 6 foot, but Tristan is right about 6'4". So almost 6'4".
Yeah, I saw the three of you together one time, and they really shot up past you, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Really ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you look at photos, and all of a sudden, like, my gosh, it was just like you turn the page, and they're 2 inches taller than you, in like a scrapbook. Yeah.
That's one of the beauties of a scrapbook, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So I have told our listening audience that if they have any children with them, not that we have something naughty or taboo or just not good, but we have something that it's about Kris Kringle. You know who Kris Kringle is, right? And
I'm familiar.
It's the funny stories of when people discovered the truth about Kris Kringle. So just in case, if you're listening with some kids, Galen can tell you to donate blood. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, we're going to dive into this topic. And, Robin and I are, after all, a children's act when we don't do this.
That's right.
This subject would never come up on the Storybook Railroad.
Have you done the act? Have you performed for children lately? Because lately it's just been for adults, right? I didn't know you were still.
Well, we have a podcast called Storybook Railroad, so yes, we do that.
I didn't know that.
You did?
Yeah. We haven't done anything live for children in a couple of years. The last time we did it was at Hammett Bowen Elementary School when we wrote a new story with a song.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
No, it's 2 years ago. Yeah.
Storybook Railroad. I'll have to check it out. You know, I love podcasts.
Well, these are for children. Just
but they're fun. I mean, they're you know, they're not.
Time?
Storybook Railroad.
Yeah.
Don't we all need a good story once in a while?
Yes, we do.
I hope you like them. So
I will tell you, if you want a good story, I'm all over the place today. I'm kind of excited. But there's a great, and I know you guys are Facebook fans, but there's a great series on Facebook with Mike Rowe called Return the Favor. If you need 14 to 15 minutes, just something that's going to lift you up and realize that the world is full of good people.
Really?
That's a great one to watch. It's Return the Favor. It's just phenomenal. They take somebody who's doing something that, you know, it's kind of small, right? But it has a huge impact on their community. And it's not one of these shows where these people are like begging for it, or not begging is the wrong word, or, you know, you don't feel sorry for the person they're helping. How about that? It's not charity, it's helping them do more charity. You got to watch it. It's called Return the Favor. I cannot recommend it enough.
Nice. I like that kind of stuff.
They're really short, 14 minutes or so, and it's Mike Rowe. And if you don't like Mike Rowe, then you're not American.
Is it just audio or is it video too?
No, it's a video. Yeah, it's on Facebook. Video.
Yeah, keep in mind, our thing is just audio, just so you know. There's no video.
Yeah. Podcast.
Ours is for listening in the car. So that's what you can do. Tune out what we're going to talk about now with the Kris Kringle thing, and you know, find Storybook Railroad and you listen to that in the car. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
All right. So how is the blood supply first?
We're right at a 5.5 day blood supply, like 5.5. So we're hoping we can get to 60 by the end of this week.
Wow.
Because once we go into Thanksgiving, and does it feel like Thanksgiving's early to you guys?
Yeah, this year it's usually, sometimes it's the last week in November, but this year it's the fourth week in November.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So, you know, Black Friday's 8 days away.
Yeah.
Once we get past Black Friday, and really once we hit that Monday day after Thanksgiving, our blood collections go down, and our blood usage will start to go up probably on Monday or Tuesday. Now that, you know, there is no school all next week, you know, they're turning this into a winter break. It really strains our blood supply. And I guess the bottom line is you guys can help out by just getting out there, giving the gift of life, and donate blood.
And Life South, we saw Life South last night at the Walmart grocery store on West State Road 200, and it was dark. I mean, it was only 6 o'clock, but it was really dark, and your buses are out there till like 8 at night, so you really run the gamut.
Yeah, and just like a lot of retailers, you know, once it gets dark, nobody wants to go anywhere, right, because it's dark. They just want to go home, and that also has an impact on our blood supply.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, it's not uncommon for us to go out and have blood drives till 10 p.m. So we just we need people to get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood, share a piece of yourself this holiday season, and be a part of your community.
There you go. The important announcement that Galen just made is made possible by two great sponsors. They are Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring. Palm Garden of Ocala is a skilled nursing health and rehabilitation center. Those two words, skilled nursing, set them apart from many of the others. And the other thing that sets them apart from many of the others is something you have to see for yourself. It is the home feeling, the homey feeling. Is that a good word, homey? The homey feeling.
Homey, yes. Very homey.
Feeling, yeah.
It depends on how you use it.
Yeah, that's right. I hate this political correct crap.
Anyway,
it's very homey feeling.
Go take a tour. They're at 2700 Southwest 34th Street, and say hello to Jan and everybody else over there. And they do such a great job, and they're so professional. Penn Flooring is also very professional. They put in the flooring here at WLCA. It was amazing to watch them do it. And if I had done it, there would have been lumps and folds and everything else in the carpet. But it's perfectly put in, and it's so durable. It must be a really good product, and I'm sure They have many customers who feel satisfied with the product and with the service. Go see what they can do for you to make your home or office more beautiful from the floor up. They're at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. Thank you, Penn Flooring. Okay. If you have any kids in the car, I just going to say this again. We're going to talk about Kris Kringle. We're going to talk about how people learned the truth about Kris Kringle. And I'm purposely using the name Kris Kringle instead of the more commonly known name because, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep in mind. Okay, so whenever I say Kris Kringle, you know who I mean, right? Everybody got that. Okay. Here's one, Galen. This guy says, when I was in second grade, everyone at the table was saying how they knew that Kris wasn't real. I didn't realize he wasn't real until that moment. And then, when it came to me, I pretended that I already knew. I pretended that my parents had told me so, and I went into the bathroom and cried.
Well, it's just when you lose that, it's the end of an innocence. Because then you question everything. I think conspiracies start for you and your brain the day you find out that Santa Claus Chris isn't real. And does every person have that story? There's a lot of things.
Do you have a story like that?
Reagan.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mine was very similar. So my sister told me, and she's 5 years older than me, and so she was probably 11 or 12, and and we just like every other siblings, you get up and you go and speak and see what Santa got you, and I remember I woke her up. I said, "Let's go." She goes, Santa's not real. And this is like on Christmas morning.
Oh no.
Like, oh, what? Yeah, that was. And I remember sitting there and I'm like, well, who brought all this? And I was like, my dad can't.
Who brought all this?
Because again, when you're a child, you're like, my dad can't make this. He can't make a bicycle. He doesn't have a shop. Back then we went to the Sears catalog.
That's great.
But yeah, it's like the end of the innocence. It's kind of heartbreaking. I must have been more like 8, and maybe she was more like 13. So
a big difference, 13. Yeah. So I don't remember when I learned, to be honest, but I have a story. This story was in Sunday school. And the teacher said to the kids in the class, how many of you have ever seen Santa Claus? And one boy raised his hand, and he told the story about how it was Christmas Eve, and he saw Santa Claus climbing the tree outside. And I thought, whoa, I've never seen Santa Claus, ever, except in the store. Mm-hmm. And then when I got older and I realized the truth, I thought, that kid was lying. Either that or his dad was climbing the tree.
Lying in Sunday school.
Somebody was climbing a tree. I don't know.
Well, just think about that poor kid, because that was a pretty important event for him. Like to see Santa Claus outside his house.
Yeah. And
then he realizes, well, who the heck was climbing a tree outside my house? That guy's weird, right? I've shared this story before. And I know the exact moment when my son Caleb found out there was no Santa Claus. I was trying to build a basketball hoop, and I wanted it up on Christmas morning, and so you can't build it until like 10:30 at night.
Right.
And I read the instructions. Well, I should clarify that. I didn't read the instructions until after I started at 10:30 at night. And I'm like, how hard can this thing be? It's not that big. And the first thing it says is make sure there's 2 people. Well, there was just me. But it took me like 3.5 hours to build that thing. And, there's banging, outside, right outside my son's window. And then he goes, Dad, he wakes up and he goes, what were you building? I'm like, and then he's like, you built this, and I'm like, well, Santa needed help, and he's like, Santa doesn't need help. And I'm like, and and by the end of the day, he goes, I know it was you and not Santa. So that was one of the. But when you find that out, you're kind of mad, right? You have a right to go into the bathroom and cry. That's one of those moments that if anybody says, "Oh, I can't believe you cried about that," well, then you're not even a human being. It's like your puppy died and you cried, and you're allowed if you're like under the age of 16.
Exactly. Oh, that poor
Do you remember,
guy.
Robert? Do you remember your moment or your children's moment of discovery?
Oh, my moment was we'd always go to my grandmother's house like a week before to start getting stuff ready for Christmas, and us kids always went upstairs to play. Well, I went upstairs to play, and then all of a sudden my grandma was yelling, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Well, I had seen a big doll buggy and stuff in there, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then on Christmas Eve, I figured out what it was. It was there was no Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was for
and
me.
And how did you
the doll
feel?
Buggy. I think I did all right. I mean, I was kind of disappointed, but I think I did all right with that. Had to protect the littler children. I didn't want them to be devastated.
Let's see.
What about you?
I don't remember learning. I just
the Sunday school.
I just remember the kid telling that story. And then I don't remember that. I have a story about Alex asking me when Alex was little. We were in the car, and he said to me, "Dad, do you believe in Santa Claus?" And I said, I didn't want to lie to him. I made this commitment to myself. I'm never ever going to lie to my son. But here was the question. Here was the one question.
That's a horrible corner he's painted.
So here was the question, and I had to think of a way. So I said, well, this is what I think. Something happens in December that gives me about $500 more than I normally have. Somehow I'm able to spend $500 more on Christmas than the month of Christmas. Let's see, what else do I have?
Well, you're right. And it's usually because you either have an extra paycheck in November or January because of the 31 days in October and November. Mm-hmm. And so you get like an extra pay period during that time frame.
Yeah.
And so, it's amazing how that works out.
Let's see, here's one. This was... This person learned, he says he discovered the truth when he was at a small town Christmas pageant, and Santa Claus was there, and he saw Santa, and it was his father's best friend, Phil. He said, I could tell right through the beard that it was Phil. It's funny. Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, gosh, as parents, we try so hard. I mean, think about the efforts that people do to try to keep the innocence of their child. What would you think if you think about it? What would you do to keep the innocence of your child? You'd do almost anything, right?
Right.
The cruelty of the world away from them.
You say that, but that's you're describing Doug. And Doug has Down syndrome, and you don't want your, I don't.
That's a good point, Larry.
But that is Doug. Every year, Doug is 57. Every year, Doug talks about Santa Claus. Every year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, he does. He's waiting now.
Oh.
He's waiting right now.
He's got his list started.
Oh, he's got an Xbox in his list. I try hard to make that happen for him every year, but he's got expensive tastes. Let me tell you.
To get they don't have pullouts anymore. Remember you would start collecting the newspaper pullouts or the ads, and you circle them, and we would get the catalog.
Right.
Yeah. Pour over the catalog for hours in case you didn't. You have to look at the really fine print in case that's really what you wanted. And not, you didn't want to have some crap come with paper instead of plastic.
This next one demonstrates something. This next story demonstrates something I've always believed. I've believed that whatever you are when you grow up, you showed signs of that when you were a kid. Whatever you became.
I showed up as somebody who's going to recruit people to be bloodthirsty.
Well, that's not the core of who you are, though.
So you're saying I was a vampire when I was little?
The core of who you are, you're somebody. Well, first of all, you got more than one thing, but you're a guy who likes to make things happen. You're a guy who likes to make things work, whether it's a team, winning the game, or a hospital having enough blood to save patients. So I
tell people I'm a doer. I don't watch well. I'm really impatient. I have to be involved. I can't not be involved. Yeah.
So this next,
I'm the pig at breakfast. I'm not the chicken. I don't participate. I'm involved.
This next story is from a guy who became a nuclear physicist. He said when he was young, 7 years old, he looked up the chimney and he said, "There's no way Santa can fit down that thing."
You got to remember, he's magical.
That's funny. Here's another one.
By the way, if you are driving this next week somewhere, just remember the road is full of Canadians this time of the year, and be careful. They literally. I just passed one in the left lane, and a police officer was behind me, and he kind of rode on his bumper until he moved out of the left lane.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they're Canadians. He understands. I mean,
they're tourists. They're watching. They're looking at stuff.
They're looking for that bobcat with the iguana.
Oh, no. They're driving in kilometers instead of miles per hour.
All right, the next story is written by a guy who went on to become a forensic scientist. A woman who became a forensic scientist. She says she was looking at a handwritten note from Santa and noticed how suspiciously similar it was to her father's handwriting.
Wow. How old do you have to be to figure that out?
Yeah, so that looks like my father's handwriting.
Yeah. I don't know if my kids could recognize my handwriting. Like if I wrote a letter, if you think about it, I mean, I signed my name on stuff, but I don't write anything. I think writing is horrible. I like to type things. Everybody can read that.
Yeah.
Nobody can read my handwriting.
I can't read Robin's handwriting. It's hard to read.
No, my handwriting, as try as I might, I just can't do it.
All right, the next story, you're going to like this next one. This is a guy who calls himself B Soul Smack. B Soul Smack. B Soul Smack says that it was Christmas Eve and he put cookies and milk out on the table for Santa Claus. Yeah. A family friend named Robert, who was a rather chubby man, was spending the night at the family house. The next morning, he went down to see all the gifts that Santa had brought. Oh. And there was Robert sitting on the couch eating the cookies and drinking the milk.
How is Santa going to have enough magical power to get to the next house and drink his milk? And it takes a lot of energy.
That's right.
Chubby Robert.
Buy cookies and milk.
Chubby Robert blew the whole thing.
Well, Santa always left a thank you note for the cookies and milk for my children when they were little.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
I guess my parents didn't have time for that.
The last one is you can thank or blame Judy Blume. Judy Blume is a very famous children's author.
Yes, she is.
And she wrote a book called Super Fudge.
Hold on. I'm stuck. So, isn't the thank you, isn't the cookies and milk a thank you to Santa?
Well, that's right, but
So is it Santa writing the thank you note for a thank you note?
Yes.
Yeah, Santa was writing and said, "Dear TJ and Shannon, thank you for the milk and cookies. My reindeer loved them too."
He's super polite.
Did your kids write a note back to Santa saying, "You're welcome for the cookies, thank you for the present"?
No, they did not do that. Their thank you was leaving.
I'm just wondering where the cycle stops.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where the cycle stops.
No, their thank you was the milk and cookies for Santa, and then Santa did his thank you note. I still have some of them, by the way.
What is the protocol? You have thank you notes that you wrote to Santa or to TJ?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Shouldn't they keep them?
Well, I'm keeping them for them.
They will.
Larry can attest to what's in my garage, I tell you.
And there's a lot of crap there then.
There is. There's a lot of bins.
Are you the person who keeps every card? Every
yes.
note?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I just don't know what the time frame is.
My mother kept every card. My mother kept every envelope of every card.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. I really do. I don't do it, but I understand why people do it. So.
Well, one day
I got stuck on that.
Yeah, but one day I have to let go of that and just kind of toss them all because they're not.
Either that or the fire department calls and says, "Look, this is a forest fire right here."
I love my plastic bins.
All right, so the last one is from Judy Blume. Judy Blume is a famous children's author. Don't get the children's book called Super Fudge because it blows the whole thing. And apparently more than one kid has read Super Fudge and said, what?
Wow.
Who knew? There's a book called Super Fudge, and that blows it on everybody. Judy Blume.
Shame on you, Judy.
She's got great books, but don't buy that one. No. Unless the kid is 24, then I think it's okay.
Right. Oh, I mean, at some point. Maybe Doug. Maybe Tom.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile
Merry
today?
Christmas, Doug. Here you go. Bowling Green. Boy, that would be traumatic. Rolling Green.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful. Where are you going today?
Going to Gainesville. We have our Thanksgiving celebration, so
all right.
I smoked some hams all night.
All right. You said he was the ham, not the chicken, right?
The pig.
That's
the pig.
Yeah.
I'm fully involved. Fully involved.
All right, Galen. Enjoy your day. Thank you for what you do, and then have fun. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Everybody just remember, we have so much to be thankful for. Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
All right, bye all.
Thank you, Galen. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.